Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, partners. Good morning, friends. Good morning, leaders. Good morning, our guests. It's great to have everyone on this call this evening again. I'm Simply Seton, your regular anchor for the CIG Sunday Night Live show. This edition promises to be an explosive one. It's an action-packed one, just like we posted today, earlier today. Wow, wow, wow. I'm elated, I'm excited, I'm heated up because of tonight. And tonight, I won't be doing the anchoring alone, and I will be anchoring along with Oluwayomi Ute. She's the regular host, Knocks to Nuggets, the weekly program, and author of the book, A Sleep by Choice. She's one of the persons I actually learned from. We call her PY. You are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this honor.
I know I'm disturbing you with all those introduction.
Because I'm a member of the family.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight promises to be an explosive one. And our topic tonight says passion versus skill, how to remain at the top of your game. So tonight we'll be featuring a veteran that has been on the stage for almost 3 decades in person of TECO Benson, MFR. He has obliged us to come on this show tonight, and we don't take it for granted. So before he comes up, I'm going to introduce him by his profile.
TECO Benson is a veteran and multiple award-winning African filmmaker with over 28 years of active filmmaking, having a history of consistency, quality, and attention to detail. Started his career in the beginning era of Nollywood and has been able to evolve, making a great impact in the process and building the brand TECO Benson, which has become a household name, not just in Nigeria, but globally. He pioneered action genre filmmaking in Nigeria with movies that helped in shaping public opinions and forewarned Nigeria of several events happening today and how to handle them. Amongst such movies are The State of Emergency, Executive Crime, Terror, Warfront, and some others. He is skilled in film directing, film producing, editing, and writing. TECO Benson holds a master's degree in communication studies from the Lagos State University, Nigeria. He has an objective to leave footprints in the sands of time through the making of high-quality movies with high entertainment value and strong messages with the capacity to shape public opinion and affect positive behavior change. Amongst his several awards and recognitions are Member of the Order of the Federal Republic, MFR 2012, special recognition by California Legislature Assembly for Promotion of Arts and Culture, 2014, Best Nollywood Director, Universal Achievement Awards, Columbus, Ohio, USA, 2014. Best Movie Director, the Intellect Award, 2019. Winner, Best Nigerian Film, AMA, 2014. Best Director, Best of Nollywood Awards, Bonn 2011. Best Director in English Films, FNEI, London 2004. TECO Benson is joyfully married and blessed with amazing children. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the veteran TECO Benson, NFI.
Wow, wow. For the participants on this call tonight, let me just make known to you that was a brief intro of him. His profile is well loaded, but we just have to concise it for you to see. But even at that, we have a big fish in the house, and please permit me, I have to doff my cap and remove it. Where I come from, your cap don't stay on your head. Your cap doesn't stay on your head to meet with an elder. So it's more or less like Igwe of the Nollywood. Boss, you are welcome, sir. You're highly welcome, Sir TECO Benson, MFR. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much, Seton.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear my voice?
We can hear you clearly, very clearly. We actually appreciate your coming. From your tight schedule, we've gone back and forth for you to come up, and eventually you have done us the honor. You are really, really welcome. You are highly welcome, sir.
Thank you, Seton. My pleasure.
So we want to give you the floor for a few minutes. Our topic tonight says passion versus skill. How to remain at the top of your game. So in your few minutes, just take us on that, then we come back for the interactive session, because we know you've come a long way. You've come a long way, and we just want to tap from you. It's good at times when we see people of your caliber, we take their words down to help us. Thank you so much. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Seton. Like your title rightly put it, passion and skill are the two vehicles that can take you to the top of your game, irrespective of the profession you are in. Yes, I'm in the movie industry. I've been here for like 28 years. A lot of people who are watching us today might not be in the movie industry. They might be in different fields of endeavor. But the truth is, if you want to really get to the top and remain on that top for a long time, passion and skill are the two vehicles that will not only get you there, they will sustain you there. When you talk about passion, you talk about that, when you have passion for something, you have that strength. You have, like somebody like me, I remember back in the days, sometimes when I'm working, I sleep in the studio. I love my job. I love the job. And what gives me joy in these movies, especially, you see that these films, they have impact in the lives of people. And when you are creating this content, really inside your mind, you have it in your mind that you want to really have behavior change when people see the movies. Because one thing I don't miss in every of my movie is to make sure there's a message. When you watch my movie, beyond getting entertained, you must go home with a message. So, and I see that work very well. It's not just about money. People work for money. A lot of people do what they do for money. But the truth in life is, if you seek first the right things, money and other things will be added onto you, just like the Bible says. The Bible says, seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and every other thing shall be added unto you. That principle works in everything. Whether you're working in a company, where you are employed by an organization, if you put in your best and work as if you're working for yourself, whether your boss is watching you or not, you put your whole soul and your heart in what you're doing, I guarantee you, you will be rewarded extensively. Nature has a way. God has a way. He monitors. He sees everything that we do. So you see, passion is something that is very important. Whatever job you want to do, is good you have the passion for it. And skill, the second arm of this discussion today, is about the expertise. Some of us are born with these skills. I see a lot of people. I have a friend, he's into music. He doesn't have the skill, he doesn't have the talent. He has gone to different courses in the universities and other institutions of higher learning to go and learn music. Each time he releases an album, it doesn't sell. Why? Because he's not skilled in it. He doesn't have the basic talent. There's a limit to what education can do for you. If it's not there, it's not there. You can spend 50 years in school. If it's not there, it's not there. That's why it's very good to identify where your talent is, where your own gift is. You now go to school and embellish the talent. So basically, passion and skill are very important if you want to get to the top and if you want to remain on top, because it's one thing to get to the top and another thing to remain on top of your game.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. So brief, and you are just hitting it. There's something I used to tell our participant, which skipped my mind. Each time we have guests like this, I tell them to get their pie cup close to them, because you are going to get heat up, so you need to take water. So we might be having break in transmission to take water. Wow, thank you so much. I want to take you on the last 2 points you second to the last 2 points you made, and it's about doing the work yourself, doing the work as if it's you are the owner of the job, not minding whether someone is. And this, in one of my writings, I wrote there, I said, attitude to work is not where the surveillance is. It is where you put your heart to doing things. And at times, when I'm being watched, I don't do work. I don't work well. But when I'm not being watched, I work as if something else. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. This is really, really, really profound tonight. Because of our time, let's just go. And we just want to learn from you. Let people go home with kind of the heart of doing or of holding the tenacity with their passion and skill to remain at the top. Now, let me start by saying congratulations on your numerous achievements that you've had in the industry close to 3 decades now. And if there are people that complain about Nollywood movies, not the one TECO Benson has produced, that is what I can categorically say on any day, any platform. The TECO Benson is a brand name on in itself, so, and you can take it to the bank. Now, how did you get into the industry? Now, hasn't been always glamorous, hasn't been rosy. What brought you into the movie industry? Since we even saw that you studied communications.
Okay, very good. There's always days and years of little beginnings. I'm trying to refer to your question. I came into the industry precisely in 1994. And when I did, I came in as an actor, first of all. If you remember, Living in Bondage was released in 1992.
1992, yes.
So I came in 2 years after Living in Bondage.
Oh.
because I was born with this talent. I went to school to study something else. And in 92, when living in bondage came, it was mind blowing. We were so happy to see that Nigeria can come this far. People were so excited. If you remember, people, irrespective of their language and their ethnic background, everybody sat down to see living in bondage. It was actually done in Igbo language.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of people from beyond Nigeria, even in other countries of Africa, a lot of people hooked up even with the interpreters to understand what the movie was saying. Because the picture qualities were nice, people saw themselves in movies. Because before this time, people saw only Hollywood movies, Chinese films, Indian films. We didn't see ourselves. But now, for the first time, we're able to relate with ourselves, our cultures, our pains, our solutions. We saw it. So people really related, people embraced it. It became phenomenal. So I was so happy. In 94, I took a plunge. Before then, I was actually working with a government establishment. So I started acting. From acting, because I was coming with a vision, and my vision was to use film as a medium of change. And I have to get in one way or the other. So I started acting. I loved acting, but basically behind that acting, my major dream and plan was to be a filmmaker, to make movies, to tell my own story. Because film is about storytelling. If you remember in those good old days, our parents told us stories. We had tales by moonlight. Under the trees, people told stories. But today, the world has changed. Everything has become digital. So that storytelling is still what people are telling through the movies, because the world has moved from the Stone Age to the digital age. All right. So now, in telling that story, it depends on your approach and your technique. And now, telling that story, I came in as an actor, and while acting, eventually in 1996, I started producing. My first produced movie was called Compromise. It was a movie that was funded by Imales Associates and Great Movies. I produced it, I did the screenplay for that movie, and it became my very first produced work. It became accepted in the society, and it became a huge commercial success. People loved it. It was the story about Ken that uses manhood to make sacrifice so that he could make money. And when he now made the money, he couldn't see the happiness because, he has made all the money, but his machine cannot work. He can't have a family. He can't even play with his wife. It was very painful. At a point he began to regret. What is the aim of this money if I can't procreate, if I can't have a family? So it's a story that touched the heart. People loved it. From Compromise, we now started moving. From Compromise, I moved to the next and to the next and to the next. And today, the rest is history. So it wasn't easy when we came, but we carried on. We kept our eye on the ball. We were focused. We knew that tomorrow was going to get better. In that good old days, money wasn't in the industry the way it is today, but that passion kept us going. The technology was not there. But we were like turning water into wine with nothing, with little or nothing. We were telling these stories, making movies, making Africa proud, making Nigeria proud, putting Nigeria back on the world map with nothing. Today, things have changed. Now we see people edit non-linear on computers. We see people embrace different technologies, 4K, 8K, 12K, and all that different ways of making movies. If you know where we're coming from, people, the younger ones coming in today, they don't know what we saw. We used our blood to create this industry. And today, people are coming to read. I'm happy.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Now, on a side note, this reminds me of one of your guys, William Uchemba. He did, there was a skit he did, it was like behind the scene, and it was just like making noise, doing all these things that, don't do this now, you're just disturbing. And one of the camera guys said, okay, he said, you go break this camera, break a more. It's 2.5 million naira. and it got so bad. And 2.5 million for a camera. Wow, wow. Thank you so much. PY.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sir Benson, for being on this call once again. And thank you for sharing your story. While you were talking, I was actually taking notes. And one of the things you said is that one of the things that propelled you is the vision for what you do. Sir, what else has kept you this long? Almost 3 decades in this business. Apart from the vision, what has been the drive? Do you have mentors? Do you have coaches? How have you been able to sustain what you started 30 years ago?
Well, my secret actually is God. I believe so much in God, and I didn't play with my work at any time. You see, I understood that big business, film is show business. A lot of people come in and they embrace the show and forget that there's a business side of it. If you embrace the show, you are going to fizzle out in a little while because it takes the business to drive the show. Show business. There's a lot of red carpet, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of shows involved in the movies. A lot of people came in and they were concentrated on the entertainment and the excitement and the show part of the industry. It wasn't long. They dropped by the wayside and they fizzled out. They didn't have the staying power because they just came to pluck the goods in the business. But we came in, we understood it. So from the very beginning, coming from a civil service background, I understood that this is work, first of all. So I have principles. That we are not there in the beginning. So there was no code of conduct. There was no advisor. So you have to really advise yourself.
Wow.
So I was a structured person. So I had to structure myself. I have to organize myself. I have to focus on the goal. My vision, my dream was to keep making movies that will keep changing lives so that people will have a message to go home with when they watch my movies. And I tell you what, till tomorrow, people still make references to films that were done even 25 years ago. State of Emergency was done 22 years ago. State of Emergency. Today, the situation we have in Nigeria is totally the same thing that I warned them in that movie 22 years ago. The country didn't prepare. Today, the same terrorists that we treated in the movie came in and they were able to bomb trains, hijack government officials, hijack people in government, and government cannot even do anything. It's very painful. You see, these are things, we can say that some of these movies are prophetic.
True.
Because while some people are pulpit preaching, we are here, we get our inspirations, and we keep telling the stories. And the aim of this is for government to learn from them and see a way to ensure that this kind of thing doesn't happen to them. But I don't think the government are watching our efforts. Because if they were doing, they would have structures on the ground to ensure that we don't get to a day like this. It's really terrible in Nigeria now, the situation that we have on the ground. It's like an anarchy situation. But I believe God that it will be better because the citizens are working so hard. But the leadership really need to buckle up and attend to the problems that we have on the ground. So basically, what sustained me is that love. Because beyond what you get back from the films, the love and the passion to keep being a change agent, because I saw myself as a change agent from the very beginning. I believed that with my messages, Nigeria was going to get better. I believed that with my messages, we are going to take Nigeria and Africa to the moon, straight up. So I'm happy that today Nigeria and Nollywood is counted as the second largest film industry in the world.
True.
It didn't start this way before. When we started, people were mocking us. They were laughing at us because they said, you don't make movies with video cameras. A lot of people mocked us. But today, even in the Hollywood itself, they are making films on video, digital video. So I smile. I was in Copenhagen about 10 years ago. I told them that I'm here to celebrate the funeral of film, that celluloid is going to die and film is going to be the universal mode of telling stories. People were laughing. Today, companies like Kodak, all those companies that were doing film,
They've been buried.
film, they are all gone. Everybody
They've
has
been buried.
Digital. Even Hollywood is shooting video. The same video that Nollywood was mocked for. Everybody is doing the same thing. The truth is,
and Netflix is flooded.
Sorry?
And Netflix is flooded already.
That's it, you know. So the thing is, I'm sustained and the sustenance is still there. And one of the secrets is I keep learning because new technologies keep coming, new ways of doing things keep coming. So I keep, elevating myself. I keep studying, so that you can constantly be in tune with new ways of doing things. You have to be dynamic. If not, you can be shaped out with the new system of doing things. Before now, we make most of our monies from selling DVDs and VCDs. But today, DVD, VCDs, they are all there. The world has moved on. Change is the only constant thing in life. So you have to really buckle up so they can catch the speed of this whole thing.
You're very right. Change is the name of the game. And I will hand over to Seton in a moment. But I just want to remind us of the few things you said in answering this question. Apart from the love you have for it, God has been something to talk about. Focus, staying power, structure, be organized, love what you do, have a vision, passion, see yourself as a change agent, and keep learning. And the truth is this: everything you have talked about applies to everyone, irrespective of the industry wherein you play. So spot on. All you are saying applies to even those of us who are entrepreneurs, those of us who are in careers. So it cuts across every single person. Thank you so much for that rich answer. Over to you, Seton.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. It's really good getting hit up. I only hope this time will suffice for us tonight. Now, you've talked about the series of things you've gone through in the industry. Now, the industry appears to be saturated now. Or is it really advisable for people that want to come into the industry? What would be your advice for them? Because the industry is now big. Those that are in the process, maybe they are in their theater arts school now and all that, do they still stand a chance in this industry?
Yeah, they do. The answer is very straight. They do have a chance. The only thing is that the competition is very high now. It's no longer business as usual. So if you're coming in, you have to come prepared. Talent and might not be enough now. You have to go to school again to polish your talent, to embellish it so that you can actually meet up with the demands of the new technologies and the new generation and new world. The world is moving very fast. And for some of them who want to come in as directors, as producers, as actors, there are lots of competition. When we came in, there were few people. All right. So it was easier then. But now the industry, like you said, is very saturated. But the truth is, if you distinguish yourself. You will stand out from the crowd. And the only way you can distinguish yourself, is by make sure you come in prepared. If you are coming in as an actor, research, educate yourself, go deeper. And once you are good, people like me, if I call for audition, I'm looking for the best man for the job. I'm looking for the best man for the job. Whether you're my father or you're my mother, I'm looking for the person who can deliver. So if you can come in and deliver, I guarantee you, it doesn't matter where you are, how far your place is, we are going to take you. Just be bold enough and come in. The problem people have is that people have inferiority complex. People have fears. They don't believe in themselves. That's why a lot of, even the girls, will go to the producers and offer themselves as a lamb of sacrifice for the producer to use him to do whatever he likes and give him a job in return. And after, you hear about sexual harassment. But sometimes these golden eggs offer themselves to producers in return for this job because they don't want to stand the competition. They're looking for shortcuts of life. And the good ones who know what they want, who are not scared, they come full blown and they face it and they get it. There's no juju about it. If you have it, if you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you, you'll be identified, you'll be distinguished, you'll be celebrated, and you'll be at the top in no distant time. That's the truth.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Now, because after we posted your flyer, and it has gathered some kind of social media presence and comments, and a few comments were coming up. And one of our top leaders, a very respectable one, and I'll call her name, Oluchuzoma Abraham. So there was something she posted over 2 years ago that you said during the 7th anniversary of the Global Entrepreneurs. And you said that in the same country where most people complain bitterly of the economy, I am glad to be in the midst of happy people who aren't even aware of the bad economy. Now, she said that thing actually sunk into her. My question is this. We know you are advanced in age to an extent. You are doing this successfully, close to 3 decades now. Do you actually plan to retire? And what has been the sustenance to have kept you this far?
Well, the truth about this business, I'm a director. There's no retirement as long as you're strong. As long as you're strong, you keep telling your stories, you keep educating people. And so the older you get, the better your stories, because you get more, as you're getting more experience, you have more good stories to tell the younger generation. Because a lot of people who are young don't understand life, they don't understand the world. They just come in and see the world. Everything is good. They think it's just about making money. But sometimes you make all the money and there's no happiness. All right? So you need somebody who can mentor you and talk to you and make you understand. Because if you have an older friend, somebody who is advanced in age as your friend, you are going to be better than your peer. But if all your friends are people in your age bracket, you will definitely make a lot of mistakes in life. So growing up, I had a lot of guys who were older than myself as my friends. It helped me a lot. I have to begin to prepare for my future. I have to know that one day I'm going to get married. I'm going to have children. So I began to plan ahead. I told myself that I was going to marry when I get to 30 years. And when I got to 30, I married. So it's planning. And I was able to have this planning and understanding because I was moving with people who were advanced. And when I was making money when I was younger, I knew that there are challenges that are going to be ahead of me. So I began to save and began to plan ahead. Today I have 3 children in private universities. All right? And we are taking care of them because we have planned for it. So same way, in this business, we keep telling our story as long as your 2 legs can carry you. I'm still a young man. I just turned 51 in February. So a lot of people heard my names when they were in nursery primary school. So they expect that TECO should be like 78, with walking stick. Unfortunately, when they see me, they get shocked. I'm still young. To me, I'm young, very, very young. I can still remember the day of nursery and primary school. So it's still like yesterday. It's still very fresh. So I still think like a young guy.
I
Seriously.
like that.
So I'm not even looking at retirement. Though in terms of planning, yes, I know I have plans, like you said, but in the true sense of it, as long as this profession is concerned, I keep making newer plans. I have a lot of plans and a lot of stories I want to tell to the world. In short, I'm just beginning, I'm just starting. That's the truth.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. These are actually resonating with a lot of people on this platform, and we really, really do appreciate it. PY.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. And thank you for being real. Thank you for bringing it to the table. Thank you for accepting to be vulnerable, to tell us just the way it is. And I want to take you on your last comment when you're talking about retirement and age. You said something. You said the older you get, the better the story. So before I come to my real question, I want to ask you this. What has been your reaction to the younger generation coming in? The younger generation, they're the fast generation. Everything moves fast. They're the flash generation. They're the iPhone 18, if possible, generation. What has been your reaction? Are there people you are mentoring? Do you have a plan to keep the younger people in focus to toe this line you are on?
Well, I marvel when I see these young guys. They have this new thing they call Yahoo business. Everybody is on the fast lane. I have a TV series I call Fast Lane because everybody is on the fast lane. Nobody wants to wait for God's time. Everybody wants to make it big. And our parents, our fathers and mothers are not even helping. Once your son comes in with good money, you are happy. They will come and help you to bail you out of your situation, pay your house rent, give you a lot of money and make your life better. Nobody is asking anybody, where do you make this money? How do you make the money? So everybody is important to make money. People don't have conscience anymore. People have thrown God into the dustbin. God does not even matter anymore. What I see is shocking, it's alarming. The truth is, that man you're watching that live in a glass house, that is driving a Bentley, if you know his story, if you can go down to his beginning, you will see that that man has worked all his life to the states where he's driving that vehicle. He didn't just start driving it one day. This newer generation, they don't want to suffer. They just want to come out of secondary school and they're already driving a G-Wagon. They're living large. They're making money, having the baby mamas, have dozen girlfriends, all of them with different children here and there. But the truth is, that's not life. One of the popular musicians, I saw his interview. He said that one of his biggest regrets is having children from different women. But that time he was having these children, it was fun for him because he was a handsome young guy. Every woman wanted him. So he was having fun, celebrating, enjoying himself. But now he's coming to an age of reality. Inside his home, there's no peace. Different women are fighting. Everybody is fighting for his own children. There is problem everywhere. He's not happy anymore. Something that he was very happy when he was doing them. Today, he's no longer happy because these children, they are always fighting. He cannot even be happy. There's competition. There's war in his house. So he sat down to make this analysis. And he said that his only regret in life was having children from different mothers. So there is always a day of reckoning. A time will come, no matter how fast we want to run. One day will come when we will sit down and we will look back at what we have done with our lives. And the advice I give younger generation is to ensure that you don't have regrets in your life. Try and walk in a path where you will not have a lot of regrets tomorrow. It's a lot of sacrifice, because in the world of today, if you don't join the bandwagon, if you don't do what everybody is doing, you'll be termed, people will see you as a deviant, as somebody who is laid back. They can call you any name they want to. But the truth is that at the end of the day, those people they laughed at, they called Jew men, are the people they will say, come back to tomorrow, as the people that did it right. That's the truth. So people, young men should slow it down. Young generation, apart from men, even the women, a lot of girls don't even want to go to school anymore. As long as they have seen that being a woman, once you have the assets, you are a wife material, you have the back, you have the front, you have everything. They flaunt it, they go around, going exploring different kind of men everywhere. And they are making money, men are dropping the money for them. The truth is, when this man wants to get married, they will look for decent women.
True.
But when they want to go around, they look for people who can give it to them. And at the end of the day, the life of a woman, their life is in phase. It's like a flower. You come, you blossom, you shine. Before you know it, you wither. And those beauty will begin to go away. Menopause will come in. And these men will leave you, and they'll begin to go for your children and people that are even younger than yourselves. You begin to live in pain and agony. When you look at yourself, you have a lot of when you look back. So the truth is, it's good to everything you do, make it halfway. Be moderate. Let there be moderation in whatever you do. I said the day of reckoning is coming. Let's even remove God out of anything that we're talking about. The truth is, there is love in life. If you do bad, there's a reward for it. If you do good, there's a reward for it. People tend to run away from Christianity or morality, but the truth is, you cannot run away from it. It's good to be good. It's very good to be good. If you remain good, you will be rewarded for it. That's what I would tell everybody. Let's take it easy and wait for God's time. Let's be patient.
Let's take it easy. Let's wait for God's time. Let us be patient. These principles work for whatever you are involved in. They are life principles. Once again, thank you. But I want to bring you home now. And I want to ask, I'm just curious, how did you get to know about Longreach?
Yeah, there was this day I was at TECO Le Méridien Hotel in Lagos. One of my friends was having a birthday event. So I visited that place. And while I was trying to get into the venue, I saw a lot of young stars, celebrities, different people sitting in a hall, smiling over a buffet, drinking and chatting. And I looked very well. I saw my people there. And one of them, Chege, screamed, TECO, come. So I came in. I saw a lot of them there. They were having like a banquet and a seminar. And before I haven't even heard about Longreach. So they invited me over. So from the birthday, I joined them, and that was how I came to know about Longreach.
Wow.
I began to be long range of products. So Chege told me all the thing and educated me about the business part of it, the network part of it, the products, and how good the products are. And that was it. That was how I knew about it.
That's interesting. Well, I won't take you on the products. I'll let Seton deal that for us. But what this has brought to light is this. Never think there's somebody that can't get interested. And never think that high profile person might not like your toothpaste. If TECO could, I'm sure that high profile person too most likely will. So Seton, take him on. Let's talk about products.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. This is actually interesting, but because we are limited with time, we'll not, because there are some spontaneous questions coming into my head now, but I don't want to bore you with more of that. Today, it's sister, everybody wants to rest with the family. Now, Longreach has over 2,000 products, and maybe in the short space of the time that you got to hear about Longreach, have you been able to use the products? Which ones have you used that have been beneficial to you? Just to let us know.
All right. I have encountered lots of Longreach products, and I've had testimonies from users. I'm a man, but I see a lot of women talk about their panty liners, and they tell a lot of good stories about it. I don't know if I get the word right when I say panty liner.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Then I personally have used the toothpaste, and it was quite good. Very good, very good. I must tell you that. Funny enough, I have used the wine. What do you call that wine again?
Is the health wine?
Yeah?
Is the health wine?
Health wine.
We call it health wine.
Like a whiskey. It's like a whiskey. It's alcoholic. It's very
It's like liquor,
alcohol
yeah.
is friendly to the body. You know, sometimes when I take alcohol, it can knock you off. But that one, I don't know, the magic in that one is very good to the body.
Vintage wine. Vintage wine.
Vintage liquor wine, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's quite good. One of my friends, I haven't used this shoe. One of my friends, Matthias, he was having leg pain for a long time. And when he got that shoes and wore it, his testimonies, he's been singing the testimonies about that shoe. His leg is good. I don't know the magic. I don't know how they made the shoe, but he told personally, it's not about from here. I say personally, Matthias is bouncing. If you see him walking, he walks like a young guy. Matthias is with distance, where he walks with some swag now because of the energy shoe. You know, so that's the much I can tell you about these products now.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Sir TECO Benson, MFR. I wish we could continue, but because of our time, we may have to draw the curtain on your questions. But we'll throw it to the participants on this call. We may have questions from anybody on this platform that will come up to ask you questions. Thank you so much. Let me just borrow those Lagos funny Igbo language I learned. So I will say Imela and Chukwu Gozegi. With that, I can't say more than that, even though I have lots of Igbo friends. They refuse to teach me. I didn't do my rehearsal as well. I will have just come up with something. Thank you so much, TECO Benson. We really appreciate your coming, and we don't really take for granted. I'll be calling on the 3SD in person of Ima Eduru. He's the author of the book Made in Worry and the founder of Emmanuel Eduru Foundation. The foundation takes care of widows and the less privileged orphans for scholarship. I want him to come up before I call on any other person. I've cited some names here that are strange, and I could see another big fish. I only hope she can come up if she has not run away. I only hope just to hear one or two things from her. SD, I'm waiting for you on video. All right. Our last week topic we had was relationship, building blocks for business. So another relationship happened today now with the connection of TECO Benson. And Ivory is here. Can we hear you say something?
I am blessed and privileged to be in this meeting.
Wow.
Mr. TECO Benson, thank you so much for being in this meeting.
Thank you.
Know, one word, we have to keep planning, making new plans. So we don't retire. We don't retire, we keep making new plans. That's one important thing I've picked. So no matter what I've achieved, I have to go back and look at, there's still something new I can achieve. And there's something else he said. The people you hang out with, the people you work with, it affects you whether you like it or yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So if we are building relationships, like I said last week, is not every you need to sieve through to get the right people to build your relationship on. And this is just playing out today. Mr. Seton, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate. And of course, I've gotten new testimony of the shoe. It has stuck in. At the end of this meeting, I'm gonna, still share it, because we build our business on testimonies. So if you are in this meeting, it's not just enough to be a part of this meeting. You need to pick something that should add to you, because no two meetings are the same. That's why I'm here again. No two meetings are the same. I've learned that, and I saw a note, TECO hotels. Somebody once said, different people can be found in different places. So if you want to catch a big fish, there are certain places you need to. I'm sure if they were not having that meeting in a TECO hotel, Mr. TECO would not have heard about Long Reach.
Absolutely.
So we should not be afraid to stretch when it comes to holding our meetings. We shouldn't be afraid to stretch, because the more you keep, limiting yourself with venues, limiting yourself with just the people around you, you may not go as far as you would want to go. So I've learned that we need to stretch, honestly. We need to
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Well, she makes money by talking, so I'm not surprised of what she did. So if you give her another 30 minutes, she's still saying it in different dimensions. Thank you so much. I call on Bishop Wealth to come appreciate our guest for tonight.
All right. Good morning, everybody.
Bishop Wealth, his middle name is Coffee. If you are looking for coffee, please look for Divine Surgery.
I will look for coffee for TECO Benson. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, house. Sir TECO Benson, thank you so much. Thank you for honoring us. It's a great pleasure. I remember that very evening, at the end of that awards at TECO Hotel and Suite, I was the one who came outside to call you. That Fred Abata is inside, and Chege as Alusibe was there, Ajebo was there. I'm thinking of Tony Umes was there, yes. And we all had dinner together, yeah. And permit me to say, even our SD5, our leader, SD5 Oluchi, sent her greeting. She said I should greet you, especially she promised to be in this meeting, but maybe something came up. She still appreciates your coming to. Remember when we went to Uyo the other day with Ekwe Young Basi and Fred Amata? She still appreciates it every day. She talks about it. And like the quote that Mr. Seton talked about, she actually talked about it. So yes, that's the night, that picture. Thank you so much for honoring us. Thank you. CIG is a very great family, and it's a loving family, and you will feel the impact more soon. And after this meeting, I'm going to take your order and have a dispatch send your product, your lovely product you're interested in, over to you so that you can enjoy more of our products, especially the coffee. I love that one. You will like it. All right. Thank you, boss.
All right.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, boss. Thank you. All right. Once again, we want to appreciate you for coming up. Thank you so much. This is season 1 we just finished. We'll hope to look for season 2 very shortly, in no distant time, so we don't keep our audience for too long. Do you have any last word before you leave, sir?
Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir. And our regards to the family.
Thank you very much.
I say happy Easter to
Thank you so much. Happy Easter. What
Thank
an
you very
awesome
much.
session. What an awesome session. Just in about 5 minutes, we'll take our compensation plan, which will be done by PY.
Thank you. Beautiful thing, like you've heard. The beautiful thing that you've heard is Long Reach is not limited to one location. We're in over 180 countries. And the beautiful thing of today is wherever you have one friend, you can have a team. So the company we're talking about, and thank God for the testimonies from TECO Benson himself, is that company that is not just a network marketing company, but a manufacturing company, a research and development company that takes its time out to look for products that will work best with you. And there are about 10 ways, indeed more than 10 ways of making money in Long Reach. You can choose to just be a product user like TECO is. And for every product you buy from the company, you're saving money. And for everybody you introduce who also buys, you are making money. So you make money from retail profit, you make money from can we come back to that first slide? Sorry, Seton, you went a bit faster than me. Thank you. From your fast start bonus, from your performance bonus, from your development bonus, 10 clear ways that you can make money on this platform. And for every business that you do, you earn something. And it's not restricted to Nigeria. You can be in the UK, you can be in the US, you can be in Kenya, you can be in Malawi. Wherever you are, we have one unit, and that is the PV, point value. And we have 6 ways of joining the business. You can come in as a VIP, 1,680 PVs. It does not matter your location, the PVs are universal. As a platinum, 720 PVs, as a gold, 240 PVs, silver, 120 PVs, Q silver, 60. And if you're just starting and you don't have so much funds at your disposal, we still have space for you. You can start with a starter combo of 4 PVs. And the beautiful thing is this, maximum of 3 legs. So you don't have to stretch yourself to a breaking point. There's no time frame. There are no pressures. The only person that can give you target is you. Give yourself a target where you want to be in the next year, 2 or 5 years, and work towards it. Grow at your pace. Leadership is easily achievable. Every week, we have what we call the Green Thursdays, where we make money every Thursday. And there's no mandatory monthly purchase. Your points don't flush, and your points keep accumulating. And one beautiful thing about this business is this: it's at your pace. Whatever you want to do, and it's a win-win. You win, your team wins, and everybody wins. So what else about this business? Like I said to you, maximum of 3 legs. Bring in your 3 and encourage your 3 to bring their 3. And as each person brings their 3s, you earn and they earn. This is the UK figures. The amount is not the issue. The point is, whether you are in US, you are in UK, you are in Kenya, the points are the same. The principles are the same, but the amounts will change depending on the products you choose. Wherever you go in Long Reach, we have a slogan: it's better life, it's better future. You can lay the foundation for yourself today, and your generation, even yet unborn, will reap from it. You know why? It's transferable. So if you're out there and you're not yet in Long Reach, the time to join is now. And if you're in Long Reach and you're saying, I don't know what to do anymore, I think I want to put a stop, I encourage you, don't stop. Keep moving, because tomorrow is great. So welcome on board Long Reach if you're not yet on board. And if you're on board, let's join hands to keep building, because it's better life and better future all the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Long Reach Wealth Plan in a jiffy. You can see the way we learn from you all the time. Well, on that note, we're going to draw the curtain here tonight. It has been an awesome session. Thank you for POI for joining me, Oluwayomiote. You can log into
Thank you so much for having me.
to see Oluwayomiote Knocks to Nugget Mondays, 7:45 a.m. You can catch up with our two on the YouTube and all the socials as well. To get this video and the last one and the several ones that will be uploaded, go to YouTube, Long Reach CIG, subscribe, like the video and share. There are loads of resources there. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night. Once again, thank you, Sir TECO Benson, MFR, for honoring our invitation. Good night, and have a good
Good
one.
night. Thank you.